I had no idea that leadership was where I wanted to be. But I started that journey in 2005 and never looked back.
There was a time in history where women in leadership roles didn't exist, especially in the education world. After years of women fighting for their civil rights, the month of March became Women's History Month in the 1980s. Deputy Superintendent Dr. Orletta Rush says many women played an important role in her life. She reflects on one of her biggest cheerleaders.
My mother was a unique individual. She was an RN for 38 years. She was the first African American female that was a lead nurse at East Alabama Medical Center at that time, which was Lee County. And it just growing up and watching the pride that she took in her work and the pride that she took in her leadership kind of instilled those things in me over the years.
Rush knew she wanted to be an educator at an early age, starting out as an elementary school teacher. Now, she oversees teaching and learning for the entire school district. Rush says the foundation of her sorority, Delta Sigma Theta Incorporated, inspired her even more.
From that, I've learned over the years, everything is not sometimes equal and fair, but it's worth fighting for. And I see what women have come and how they have evolved in the positions that we hold in so many areas today.
And in so many areas throughout Jefferson County Schools, indeed. Dr. Anna Vacca is an area director and is one of those responsible for making sure all secondary schools are in tip-top shape. Vacca says her journey to leadership while being an elementary school teacher wasn't easy. In fact,
I was told by my principal that that wasn't possible, that women were never going to be allowed to be in the secondary world as a principal. He said, now you're the same age as my daughter. If you'd like to be an elementary principal, I'll recommend you right now, but I won't recommend you for an assistant principal. So I stayed, and he left in a couple years, and the incoming principal, I worked with him for a year or two, and he said, if you want it, we'll make it happen.
Vacca stresses the importance of women uplifting each other. She says a small group of elementary school principals played a vital role in her journey to leadership, a journey she never gave up on.
We met once a month and talked about what were the problems that we were facing, and they could relate to them at an elementary level. So yeah, there were women then who saw there were doors that needed to be opened. So I think that's why it's important that we recognize women and that women know others have walked in their shoes.
From elementary school teachers to assistant principals to taking on leadership roles within a school district, Rush and Vacca have a message for the next generation.
Don't be afraid of failing, because sometimes failing at something builds you even more than you do at success. There were a lot of failures that I had growing into my position now, but every one of those failures were my stepping stone to be able to grow and come out a little better.
Young women, meaning students and girls and women who are in education, need to understand that there are always challenges as you move into your career, and that you have to set your goals and decide, I'm going to take them one step at a time, and they are achievable.
For Jefferson County Schools, I'm Maya Johnson.